Okay, now the next step I do is always blush. The first color I put on the face is blush first because if it looks great without anything else on the skin, you have the right amount of blush on. Now as far as picking a color, you always want to go with a shade that's a little brighter than your skin color. For example, this would be too dark, this would be perfect for her. And blush always goes on several intensities lighter than you see it in the pan. Now, the trick in putting blush on is the technique of it and where. First thing you want to do is to find a blush brush that fits the apple of your cheek when you smile. So smile. And if your brush fits the amount, you have the right size. A lot of blush brushes are way too big or way too small. And the second technique is where to put the blush. Now, in doing makeup, there are guidelines in doing makeup for every feature of the face. For example, for blushes, you never want to go past the inside of the eye, right down the middle. If you go past this point in here, then you get that sunburn effect. The second guideline is you never want to go below the bottom of the nose. Anything past that point, you get that I've been out in the cold way too long effect. So if you stay within these two guidelines of putting blush, you'll always put blush in the right area. Now, in applying it, always take your brush, instead of running back and forth on the color, what happens is you pick up 10 times more than you need and you get the hole in the middle of the compact and you end up wasting your product. So you take your brush and very lightly tap it, shake off the excess, and you want to barely see the color on the brush. You have the right amount. So then smile, and then very lightly tap the blush onto the cheeks within your guidelines. If you pick up the blush like this and apply it like this, what happens is you create a streaking effect and you end up putting way too much blush on the face than what you need. So by just tapping it up and then tapping it on, you find that you apply the color a little bit and blend it at the same time. Okay, turn the other way. Now, if you have too much product on, which is what I did right here, you want your blush to be the amount so it looks completely natural, like a normal blush would be on the skin. Then all you have to do is then take your powder brush and then very lightly blend over with powder, and you'll see that you will cut down the intensity a couple times, and you can very easily erase powder that way with a little bit of a powder brush. Now, if it looks great with nothing else on and you feel like you put a little bit of lip gloss and mascara on, you have exactly the right amount of blush on.